So did you show yesterday that
Yeah,
did you show that yesterday how to do that OWD?
yeah, that's what.
This
So
is the
you have to. So in one of the assignments, you have to do this. Okay, so there is public, private, public read only, and there is public read write. That means if a user has access to that object, they can read, write, make changes to all the records in
So
the
these are
object.
profiles, is it?
No. Object. See, do you see
Okay,
lead,
lead.
account? If you go down, do you see the
Nature,
custom object? These are all objects we're talking about now. Like in that object, like what records they can see and they cannot. Okay. And then there is controlled by parent only for few of them when you have a master detailed relationship. Good morning, Nishant. No idea. So if there is a master detailed relationship between like two objects, right? Then the child, right, the child records will have the same settings as the parent. So that is what it means. So this means it has some master detailed relationship with an object, and this is the child object. So whatever the settings like private, public read only. Good morning. Whatever the setting is, like permission, like the same thing will be given to the child object. That is what that means. Okay. So we discussed that. And then role hierarchy, like how to create roles. So yeah, this is where, see, you can create roles. So for that, you can go to roles, and then you can do setup roles, and you can click here and add roles. That is how you add roles. We did that part. The assignment, there is assignment for that. And then comes last one is sharing rules. How to create sharing rules. If you wanna like give access to few records, right? Of the objects, like they don't own, like the users do not have access to those objects, but you want to give access to certain records in an object. How do you do? It is called sharing rule. You create sharing rule. Again, in setup, you go, you go to the sharing settings itself. And if you scroll down for every object, see, sharing rule. You can create sharing rule. We did create it for position object, I believe. So custom objects are generally in the end. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we discussed. Um, just go ahead and do the trailheads at least first till you get the recording, okay? Hi, Swati.
Hi, Sindhu. Can you hear me?
Yes, Swati.
Okay, okay. How many are there in class?
Two.
Oh, only two.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I'm waiting. Yes. So it is raining a lot. I don't know like what's the reason, but yeah, like people are yet to come.
How about yesterday?
Yesterday there were like five.
Okay, okay. Okay, Sindhu. Just wait next 5 minutes, then we will start.
Yes, Swati. Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
no problem. Because actually we're dropping from the.
Yes. Oh, she confirmed?
Yeah,
Okay.
she said that maybe it's the group.
Oh, okay.
She may come for the next batch or something like that. She said.
Oh, what happened?
No, with the baby, she was not able to manage it. That's what she said.
Okay.
For the next batch or something, she will come.
Okay. Any idea about others?
No, nobody said
Okay.
anything.
There was Janvi, like I think she came first couple of days, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
No
Nobody
idea.
knows. I know Yamuna planning to come tomorrow.
Yeah, she comes Fridays, right? Oh, she's coming.
Thursday and Friday.
Oh, she said Thursday and Friday she's coming.
Yeah, she's planning to come because she can be in person every day.
Every day? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Like Selvi, Nitika, and
Janet.
yeah, they come together.
They come together?
Yeah, they come
Yeah,
together. That's why maybe they are stuck.
Oh.
They come together.
Oh,
And
they
maybe
take public transport or like they come by car together?
going back, they go by Uber. Mornings, I don't know whether the husband drop or
Oh, so they're
they
gonna all three are gonna
they
come
come
together.
together. It's
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. They told yesterday that they depend from one girl of three of them.
Oh.
They are driving by car and they are dependent from her. So
yeah, I think Janet is going to drive, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe that is why they are stuck in the traffic or something.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
That in the recruiting like, security and sharing slide, you written like new field on position hiring manager standard employee.
Mm-hmm.
But next is create new roles. One number of hiring manager Bob, then
Yeah, under him, like two other interviewer and recruiter are gonna report to the hiring manager. So, okay, if you see in the tree, right, like the hierarchy, do you see this here? Like for VP, like there are three people reporting under him. Like that hiring manager will have two people
no, like
reporting.
how to create that? Like under the
Yes, you can go in the tree, right? Like in the hierarchy there, you'll be
roles.
able to do that. Yes.
So first we need to create, or we can just add over there.
You can just add there is already a hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
You did see, right?
Yeah.
So you can just go click on the add role and add hiring manager, and below them, below him, you can add like
Okay.
two more blocks. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll wait 2 more minutes. 9:45 will start. Okay, it's already very late.
So under the CEO only, we should do the hiring manager and start.
You can go down, like I think whatever is the last role below that, you can just add hiring manager. Oh, there is COO or something.
CEO, yeah. CEO is after that only is the CEO is there.
Okay, do one thing. Click on this plus, like it will extend the. See, and you can do. Tatiana, you this thing all got fixed. That issue, did you work on
Yeah.
it?
Yes, yes.
So it opens directly the uh, Lightning Experience, not the Salesforce Classic.
Okay, here I add the rules. You know, and I tried oh, no.
Were you able to log in as a different user? Like, did you
Yes.
try that?
Yes.
Once this is the same, right? Sales marketing.
Yes, yes. That comes automatically, right?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
So again, to see users and how to again
Please can go to users.
list of users with the login option. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like that, right?
Let's see, this is insufficient privilege error. You do not have the level of access necessary to perform the operation you requested. Please contact the owner of the record when you are having if access is necessary. Insufficient privilege. Hmm. Okay, switch to Lightning Experience. So the one you see that is like, that was used before. Now the UI is this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is called Lightning Experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Now what are you looking at? Is this the system admin or the user?
I guess it was like a user.
Who is the user? Huh?
Recruiter.
Oh,
UX
recruiter? You logged in as
Standard
recruiter?
platform user, right?
Okay. You logged in as recruiter. Okay. So now did you give permission to the recruiting app in the app manager? I did ask you to do yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that you can see all the objects of the recruiting app, like positions and everything.
But how can I
No, you have to log in as system admin
okay.
and do that.
Sindhu?
Swati?
Yeah, so may I know what's the issue?
No, she's working on yesterday's assignment. So wherein they had to create a user and then log in as that user and see if they can see the object. So she's still working on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Swati, yeah, other thing is she has issue with Lightning and this Salesforce Classic one. So it opens up in classic mode. And it says
Okay.
some browser like cookies are blocked actually.
Okay. So Sindhu, can you check the profile? Is this the minimum access profile?
Oh no, even in the Salesforce, sorry, as admin also she gets that error.
Okay, as
So
admin.
it nothing open, no, many pages open in Lightning Experience, but if she has to open some other page, right, it says some browser cookie is blocked and it opens in classic mode actually. So I'd asked her
Okay.
to like Google and fix that issue.
Okay, so ask her to remove all the cookies, delete the history from the browser, and then check. If it's not, then check the admin permission in a profile level. And if not, then create a permission set, give the Lightning app permission. So maybe
Okay.
she enables some settings. That's why she is not able to
Oh, yeah.
access the Lightning one. But
Okay.
if it is like some other user, so just check that minimum access profile or some other profile, because those profile that doesn't have access to the Lightning experience. But in that case, what you can do, you can create a permission set, give that permission set to the user, and then then the user will be able to access the Lightning. And first of
Sure.
all,
Yeah.
just ask her to remove all the
Yes.
history.
Cool. Yeah. History. I'll ask her to clear the history and see if that helps. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Tatiana, yeah, can you do that? Like you, okay.
Yesterday.
But still it says, right? It opens in the classic mode.
I don't know why it's here, but in the program, for example, when I try to, for example, like that, here, I thought, yeah, it's now is opening.
It's opening.
It's
Like
opening.
previously it was not.
No, there was just a link, but in the login, it's still, and I enter like a admin. And
Now you have logged in as admin.
yes, now I'm logged as an admin. And
Go to the recruiting app.
I named it's like AGU.
Oh, this is AGU file. These are AGU student grades objects. But we did create another application and added positions, reviews, job application. That was the second app we created.
It was what it was. Maybe it was
When you were not there.
Yeah, maybe that case because
You did take yesterday's screenshot.
Yeah, maybe take screenshot.
I think it's better you take the screenshots. I'll show you the objects you need to create and go home and finish that part. Okay.
They are on the way.
They're on the way.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So you need to create another application. Okay. With after AGU. Recruiting app. So, okay, this one. Can you take screenshot of that? Like you need to create object called position. Okay. And then you need to add more fields to that. And then candidate object, review object.
Okay. I will try to find because I guess I have it. Job application
Did you create
candidate.
the profiles yesterday?
Yes, I created, but maybe I named it something like another one.
How did you assign object permissions then for the profile? Like you did you create yesterday? Yes,
Yes.
Did you have those objects positions? Then this is what it is.
But why it's not finding recruiting app?
Did you create the app?
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
but you
maybe
have
not.
the objects, right?
Yes, but
Can you go to App Manager,
and
create Lightning app, and add all these objects to that?
Okay. Oh, I have a question about how, for example, if I enter into the my account, I can see all that I created, like a structure or something like that, only in the
All the
setup.
objects? Yes.
Yes,
That is yes.
But there is not only mine, but also is
Standard objects. Yes.
But
Yes.
maybe it's some filter where I can check only my that I
No,
created.
in the object manager, you'll get all the list of
In other
objects.
case,
Yeah. So
in
the
other
other
way-
way is to create the app and add your objects there to the tab so that you know what all objects you have created.
Yeah, I understand. But for example, I need to see what I created and check it. No? Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, just create the app and add those objects to that, okay?
This slide is for roles or for sharing setting?
That is first to create the profiles. You have to create 3 profiles and give, those permissions to the C. Here they're saying create recruiter profile, and for the position object, see, profile says defines what they can do. They can read, create, edit. For position, you're going to give these permission. For candidate object, for the same profile, they should have read, create, edit. Recruiter has read, create, edit for all 4, right? And then you're going to create another profile. So you can just clone standard user or standard platform user profile, okay? And then there is hiring manager. That profile should have, for the position object, they can do these. For the candidate object, what they can do, they can only read the records. Okay, see the records, like they can't do anything. But you should hide the SSN field, no SSN. Do you see this? So that comes under field level security. You go to that particular object and then you do it. Okay. And then, yeah, ask for the recording, okay?
Yeah.
Because like whole yesterday, like 3 hours we did, so it's gonna take time, okay? Yeah. Follow that. Meanwhile, try and do the trailhead, okay? Hmm? That will help you. I think there is a very, okay, 1 second, Salesforce trailhead. Oh. Well, you can work on this project, okay? Keep data secure in a recruiting app. Tatiana, I would suggest you to do this module as well. It's a project which is very similar to what we did in class, the recruiting one, that gives you, practice, basically better understanding of the topic and more confidence. Okay. So if you can finish this, that's good. Okay. Most of this things gets covered there as well. And once you get the recording, you can do it. Okay. For your developer addition. Okay. Are you both working on your trailheads? Tatiana,
Yes, still working.
what's the progress? Like how many points did you?
A little bit higher than 8,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hello. How about others?
They are coming.
We are all
together. Actually, Janet, she drives. She started little late because of rain. And then there was one signal also not working, so traffic was slow.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, once in a while, it's okay. There was a reason today it was raining, but otherwise, make sure like you're here by
Yes.
before, like by 9:30 latest, right? We have lot to cover. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. I know it has never happened before, but still, yeah, just yeah, plan ahead of time and make sure like you're here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's start. So far we did learn how to create custom objects, fields, right? And also like how to create relationship between the objects. And then we did learn about data security, right? How to apply org level security, object level security, field level security, and then record level security, right? And in record level security, again, there are 4 ways to do it, right? What are those? OWD. Mm-hmm. Organization-wide default, yes. That's like the baseline access you're gonna give, right? And then next, what comes after that? Like if you want to give more access, right? That is the baseline access, what the users like they have. So if you want to give more access, like access to more records, then you do sharing rule. But before that, like we can do role hierarchy, right? Yes, wherein like a user can access the subordinates records as well, right? And then comes sharing rule. And in sharing rule, we can do it, we can share records like based on either the is a criteria or based on owner, right? And the last one is manual sharing. Mm-hmm. Right? So yeah. So any doubts till that topic, like, hmm? Are you guys okay? Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So now let's move on to the sales cloud. Okay. You know, right? Salesforce offers different types of clouds, right? So that like first one is like sales cloud. Okay. Any idea what is sales cloud?
Shared with other organizations where the databases
Share with organization.
different organization cloud
Mm-hmm.
and
Mainly to smooth the process of selling, getting the first the leads, then converting them into accounts and contacts. And if there's further possibility, then opportunity, then it's lost or closed, then final sale, something
Okay. What is sales?
like selling something.
the
Yeah.
problem.
So you have a product you want to sell and make money from that. Basically, like you want to make a business out of it, right? That is what is like sales, right? Okay. So Sales Cloud is a CRM solution, like a customer relationship management solution in Salesforce that will help business manage their sales process, the customer interactions or customer relationships, right? Of leads, opportunities, and much more, right? So that is what is like Sales Cloud. So Sales Cloud has like, it has a lot of standard objects there to help this like whole process to go on, right? To create leads and like opportunity, contact, account, and everything, right? Those objects are already created by Salesforce for us to use. Whoever is doing the business, like they can use those objects, to basically run their business, like make sure like they keep track of the sales processes, like the contacts and everything, leads, right? So in that, the first one, like, okay, uh, again, so you have a product or like you are providing a service, right? Now, like so how do you make it like, reach to people? Like, what do you do? See, if you want business, if you want customers, like, what do you do? If you just sit like that, will others get to know?
Ad
Yeah, marketing, right? So that is where, like, first object, like, I mean, basically this actually comes under marketing cloud, but just to give the whole, like, the scenario, like, how the flow happens, right? So what you do, we do campaigns, we do run campaigns. What do you do? It's like a marketing initiative, right? Right? So it could be
online marketing.
online
setting up
marketing. Yes. What
through
else?
email.
Yes, right? Social media, you can do webinars, you can send emails, right? And you can set up stalls or booths in any event, as you said, right? Those are like you run a campaign so that you're advertising what you have, right? So that you attract customers. So that is what is like, that information, like, basically running like a email campaign or a webinar, like, or there is an event happening, so you go there, set up your stall, and then, like, you can attract customers, right? So that is what is those data it is stored in the campaign object, right? So after that, what happens, right? That everything comes under Sales Cloud. So what happens? You run a campaign, say you send, what is an email campaign, like you send 5,000, like you have a business, okay? So you advertise like to say 5,000 customers through email about that. Some of them may show interest in the product or the service you're providing, right? So then comes, lead. Lead is a standard object that will have the details about the potential customers, basically people who have shown interest in your product, right? Or they just inquire, okay, they just check, oh, what is this product about? Oh, what service do you provide, right? That is what is lead. So that information, you're going to store it in. That information basically is there in lead object, right? You have a website. Say you have a website. Say there is just like a contact form to fill. So a guest, right? A user will just go and fill that form so that he or she could be the lead, potential customer, right? That is what is like lead. And then comes, okay, so what happens? So basically, the main goal is through campaigns, you'll attract leads. And then what you do once you get the leads, like once you know, oh, few customers are interested in the product, will you just leave it there? No. Do you follow up with them? Right? So make sure, like, those are prospect customers, they're not customers yet, right? So, and then like you try to make them as your customers, like by selling your product, right? So, so once they'll go fill a form, or like there is a stall, like a booth in an event, some customer will come and talk to you. So what you do later, those are leads. And then what you do, you follow up on those leads, right? So what happens then? From the company, like you have like from your business, like a person, like a sales representative gets assigned to that person. That person will follow up with them, maybe through email or through, phone calls, right? Like, okay, are you interested? What are your interests? Like, what is your requirement and everything, right? So once they say they show enough interest, right? Then that means then you can do the lead conversion. So you'll convert that potential customer. Okay, so that is called lead conversion. When you do that, okay, when you're trying to convert that lead, right, what happens? You're gonna create records in three objects: contact, account, and opportunity. Okay, okay. What is account? What, see, again, these are all standard objects, right? What information account holds basically?
Company. Employees of the company.
That would be the contact. A company, like a business entity. Or, see, if it will be a business entity, or it could be an individual, or it could be some organization. Basically, then see, if another okay, say I have a company who makes like laptops, okay? There is another company, say like ABC. They show interest in buying laptops in bulk from me, right? But will that company directly contact? No, some person who is working in that company, like an employee, contacts you, right? But that employee works for ABC company. Getting? So when you're storing that ABC company, like that will go to the account. Or if an individual is just buying, like I am planning to buy a laptop from one company, I am like an individual. So there is no account, like company there. So then in that case, the individual details will become the account, will be there in account object. Or else, in general, account object holds information about the company that the lead is working for. Okay. Mhm. And then contact is the actual person who contacted me for the business. Okay, that is what will be there in like a person's information, basically. What's their name, what's their phone number, what's their email, and everything. The account will have what is the company name, what is the company address, what is the company's contact email, and everything. That will be in accounts object. Mhm. And then comes opportunity. What is opportunity?
Potential clients.
No, potential customers are leads. And when they are, then they show enough interest to buy. Or you say when the lead gets qualified, you convert, okay, and make them a contact, and that person's company information will be stored in account. What is opportunity then?
What are the product they are going to buy?
The deal, sales deal, right? As I told you, okay, now I am interested. Okay, there is a company, okay, say Apple, they make laptops, right? And say I am a person, a sales representative working for, say, ABC Corporation, okay, some company. Now, from that company, like I'm the representative of the company, right? I want to buy, say our company needs 50 laptops, right? I'll go, like, talk to the people of the company who's making the laptop, right? Say I'll give my requirement. I need 50 laptops or 100 laptops, right? So what is the deal for them? I am buying 100 laptops. That's the deal. Like, see, I am purchasing something from them. I want to buy, but what I want to buy, how much I want to buy, right? Say I want to buy 50 laptops worth $50,000 because say each laptop costs $1,000, right? That details where it will be stored in opportunity.
So lead
Can
is just a customer.
lead is not a customer yet, a potential customer or a prospect customer just who has shown interest in purchasing your product.
It can be an account and account contacting or contact contact.
No, first it's a person. Lead is a so lead is just a potential customer. Okay. When you create a record in the lead object, what you'll store, what is the lead's name? Okay. What's the, okay, just their personal details. Okay. Phone number, email, and to which company that lead works, like the potential customer works will be there. That's all. Okay. See, now, okay, say there is like a event happening and you have a booth, like a stall to advertise your products. Okay. 100 people will come and inquire. Okay. So what they do, because they don't want to lose customers. See, you're here to make like you're doing business, right? You don't want to lose your customers. What you want to do, you have to keep track of all the people who have shown interest so that you can follow up on them and get a business. So what you do in if it is like, I'm just saying like, they give you a form, like a physical form to fill your details, right? Have you done that anywhere? We have done that, right? So those details, what they do later, they'll put it in this lead object with each record representing each customer who showed interest in the product. That is all it is there. Okay. Then once you have this, later what you'll do, this lead will be assigned a sales representative from the company. Say I have a company, right? So I was doing a campaign and there, like I did get like say 20 potential customers, like people who showed interest. So what did I do? I did create 20 lead records saying, oh, these were the people who are interested, right? Then what we will do, we will keep assign each lead a sales representative, like an agent, to contact them because you have their contact. Contact them and check if they're still like, interested. Okay, say if they show enough interest. Okay. So, and also their requirement matches like what our product is offering. They are like, they really want to like buy, but they're not bought yet. They want to buy. Then what you do, you create then what you create 3 records. Get it? Only when that is what is called when the lead gets qualified. Okay. When they show like, they've gone like further in the process and you most likely they're gonna buy. Now they're like, high value prospects, like they're most likely gonna purchase your product. Then what you do, you go ahead and create 1 record in account object, 1 record in contact. I mean, when I say record, there will be fields. Okay, it is understood, right? And then I'll go ahead and create 1 contact record for them. The object is already there, right? Salesforce already has given us all the objects. So you're going to create that record and you're going to create 1 more record in the opportunity object. The next question is, what do they hold? From this, do you have the company details? Yeah. So that you'll store here. The company or the business entity information of that particular person, like lead, you store it in accounts. And the lead, like a person who contacted me, say XYZ, right? The name XYZ, their phone number, their email ID, whatever the details we have, that gets stored in contact. The person information. Any confusion? No. Now this is okay, fine. Now, see, different customers want to buy different things. There could be one customer who just wants to buy 10 laptops. There could be another customer who wants to buy 100 laptops. See, if a company is making laptop, they make their accessories as well, right? Say they want to buy 100. These are 100 laptops. This is 100 chargers, 100 like mouse, 100 keyboard. I'm just giving an example, right? Or there could be another person, like company, who just wants to buy 50 laptops, nothing else, just that. how do you store this information, like what they want, like what the deal is with that customer? That goes into, there is relationship between all these. Don't worry. You have reference. That's how you keep track of. Do you understand?
I
Yes.
have a question. When we are changing lead to the contact and information to account and opportunity, the lead,
Opportunity, contact, and
Yeah.
account.
the lead information will go to where? It's
So the lead
It's
record will be
written.
there, but the status will be different. Do you have different pick list value to keep this in what stage the lead is? So if the lead has qualified and you've done this, then the lead, okay, there will be another column called status. Here it would be converted. We will go through all that next, okay?
Yeah.
Only if the customer, they make the purchase, say they'll show interest, you try to follow up, but they do not respond you back. Then for that record, you will have a different value for the status. That's how you get to know what is the, okay?
One more question. And when we write all the information and lead customer becoming more potential, what is the connection between the contact account and relationship, maybe opportunity? Because on the flow chart, it's like looks like it's.
You see, this is like one to one. This represents just one to one. This represents one to many. This symbol.
So they have a relation, contact and opportunity will have some relations, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Here we are just showing the flow of the process, how it is, okay? Mhm. Okay, so now we will start with lead creation and everything, and then we will move on to the further steps, okay? But so far, is the process clear? Right? Can anybody repeat like the whole, just a scenario, like how it would be? Starting from marketing, like you run a campaign and then what happens? Can somebody summarize? You wanna? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the some companies happening, we are collecting information about the clients. Some of the clients are potential, so they will be in the lead position in the lead file
Object.
and if this client will want to buy something or decide something, we will move it state to the different one. It will be a contact. Information about the company will go to the account, and what he want to buy will go to the opportunity.
Yeah, the D, right? The deal information.
So if we delete one of the record from like some account, that means like a proper company only we are deleting that record. Will that like contact person from that company or the opportunity or the lead will be deleted automatically if we delete the company only?
For that, you should know what relationship they have, right? Yeah.
Like if there is no relationship.
Yeah, then it is. Yes, you can totally. Yes. Yeah, if there is no reference anywhere else, yes.
No, will it delete automatically contact? No, you need to manually do not delete.
Yeah, but automatically, yes. See, if there is a, say, for example, if there is a master detailed relationship between account and contact, but it is lookup, but I'm just saying in that case, when you delete the account, all the contacts that are related to that account, I mean, that company obviously gets deleted. That is what is master detailed, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
One contact can be from multiple.
Yes, you can. We can do that. But for that, again, there is something called, you can make them like primary, secondary, and everything. Yes. But there could be multiple contacts from the same company. That is allowed. Okay. So, I think we will go and work on the. So, Okay, we will just, can you go to the setup, like I'm in your, no, just go to app launcher and can you go to lead object? Or, this is all like in sales application, right? If you type sales also, it should show, open up all these objects, the tabs.
For AGU or for
No. See, the AGU was the custom app we created.
Yeah.
Salesforce already has an app
standard.
standard. It is already built called sales. In that, they've already added these objects. Do you see? Opportunity, leads. See what we did? We did create an app and we created one object. We added a tab. We created another object. We did add a tab so that they all show up, right? This is already done for us. Okay. So see, there are objects, leads, tasks, files, accounts, contacts, campaigns, okay, reports. You can, if you can do generate reports as well, right? To analyze like what the trend is, how the company business is doing and everything. Okay, can you guys go to leads? Just open one of the records and go to the details page and see what all fields we have. Just take a look, like, I mean, just to make yourself familiar with what it is. What are there? Like lead owner. What is lead owner? Basically,
There
who
should
is
be a list view all needs. It's not there. All
We didn't create any records.
Yeah.
Can you click on the list view on that side there for your on your right side? Do you see a list view button? Click on that. And can you on there, like can you click change to like all open leads or like whatever? You got okay, open one record, like click on that one of them and see and go to the details tab and then see what all fields it has. It has name, right? What is the lead's name? What is the company? Right? What is the title? And again, lead source. See, lead is basically what attracting like customers, like potential customers. It could be, you can do it in so many ways, right? We were talking about email, we were talking about web, right? And then like in person, like you set up a booth and do, right? So there are like, see, there are different way like sources for lead. It could be through a web, like you have a website and you have a contact form there just to fill. If that's the case, then it will be the through web. You got that potential customer through web, or it could be phone inquiry. Somebody could just call up and check, oh, what products you have, like what service do you offer, right? So that is like through phone, like phone inquiry, partner referral, and others. Okay, so and then what is there? Industry, like, and then like what is the revenue of that company? What is the contact number, email, and see lead status, right? This will initially, when they just contact you, it will be like, working contacted or like, okay, open, not contacted. And once an agent or a sales rep is assigned to them, and then they start following up, contacting them, then it would be working contacted. And then later, once after the follow up, you get to know like the lead, the person, potential customer is not interested in the product anymore. Then what you do, you set the status to closed, sorry, closed, not converted, right? So that did not, like, you were not able to make business with them. Say suppose like they did show a lot of interest, you did move a lot in the further in the process, they get qualified, then you can make it as closed converted. That is when you're going to create these three records in these three objects: account, contact, and opportunity. Mhm. Okay. So as I told you, like, leads, you can get through many sources, right? It could be through email. Somebody could just email your company email address and, you know, ask about the details of the product, or they could call it, or there is a form, online form to fill, they fill, and that way they could become your potential customers, right? So that is what is lead source about, okay? Okay, lead conversion. Leads evaluated by the sales rep from open to close, automatically converted to a contact or account and opportunity. Records retain info from the original lead. Leads are active until they are converted or closed. After conversion, leads are not available in after conversion. Okay, there is a after conversion, leads are not available in lead list view, but can be accessed through Apex or automation tools. Basically, it will be there. The lead records don't get deleted once they get converted to like proper customers. Okay. It will be there, but it's just not shown is what they're saying. And fields after conversion is convert. Okay. Don't worry about all that now. Okay, so we will see now first how to, you know, create lead records through web. So you have a form, somebody filled, right? When they fill the form, what should happen? A record should get with same information like first name, last name, the phone, email. A record gets created in the lead object. We'll learn how to do that. Okay, so go to setup. Can you type web? Do you see this web to lead? You can see. So can you click on that? So now what we are trying to do is try to create that form. And so that when you enter the details, a record should get created in the lead object. We'll see how to do that. So for that, you have to go to this create web. Okay, let me make it a little bigger. Is it helpful? Can you see?
Yes, much better.
Okay, can you click on this create web to lead form? Okay, so this will generate a form for you. Okay, so you can decide when when you have the form, right? What all fields you want. So these are all the available fields from the lead object. But in that, at what all you want, you can pick them and so that you can display in the form, like a web form. Okay. So here by default, they have selected first name. You can modify, you can select, or you can just select this and add that will come here mobile. If you don't want any field, you can move the fields. Okay. So first name, last name, email, company, city, country, province. Basically, they're collecting the name, the email, to which company they work for, and what's their address. So we will just leave it as is for now. Okay. And then once they fill the form, right, some another page should open up for them, right? So what it should be, that is what it is asking for, like written URL. See, after users submit the web to lead form, they will be taken to the specified written URL on your website. If you have any customized page, here they're saying if you have a thank you page, then you can do it. But for now, we don't have anything. We're just starting, so we will just do. Once they fill the form, just the Google page should open up, okay? And then this include CAPTCHA thing, it is optional. I'm disabling that for now, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Now, can you click on generate? It will generate a HTML code for you, okay? You know what you have to do now? You have to copy this code and paste it in a file with an extension HTML, and we will try to open that. Okay. So can you guys copy this whole thing? Okay, see, because we have country and state, it has all the pick list values also for that. So it was like pretty long, but you can copy. Windows users can use Notepad. copy this, paste it in Notepad, give the extension HTML. Okay. Anybody using Mac?
Yeah.
You can do text edit. So, sorry, for Windows, I cannot show how to do, but I'll show for this, like, copy the code and then you can do, oh, you don't, okay, 1 second, let me share back. You're not seeing what I'm doing. Okay, now do you see? Yes. Do you see? So can you do text edit? Here, the spotlight. Here, do you see that search? Here, do you see this search button? You don't have? Or you can do it in.
On the top right,
1 second. Okay. Can I show you? Do you see this search?
oh, this
See, this is for your, not in the Salesforce. This is in your laptop. Okay. So yeah, type text edit. Tatiana, were you able to do it? Oh, cool. Save it with .html extension. All of you, okay? Not like you guys, do you have any issue? Were you able to save? Okay. So open a new document. Janet, did you search for text edit? It is asking, okay, just open a new document, paste, and save. Command as you can just give web to lead form. So basically through web, you're collecting the lead details, right? And the extension should be HTML. Okay. Just keep that as is, like don't do anything. Yeah. And then save. How about others? Now, you can double click on that HTML file. Whatever, do you see a form gets open?
So let's close the
Close
file
this.
and then
Okay.
it's still open in
Yeah, I
browser.
saved. Okay. Now, where have you saved? What is the name of it? Others, were you able to, when you double click, is it opening like this?
Yes.
For you to have Janet.
No, I don't know.
Did you say copy? And did you save it as well?
Yeah.
Where did you save?
It's in the document.
Okay, go to documents. Okay. See, that is what, right? Okay. You need to give only .html extension.
It's asking me to
Okay,
change
delete
the
this file. It's okay, delete this file. Just double right click, move to trash. It's okay, move to trash. Okay, now copy this again. You have copied, right? New document, paste, Command S. See here, you can
I
do.
think I have to.
Okay. Tatiana, were you able to save and open? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now can you go there and see if you got the .html extension? Where did you see the?
How is this form connected to lead?
That's all it is there. Like, see, we are just using whatever is there. It is already like, done, built-in thing. We are just using it. But what you can do is you can customize what fields you want. Yes, the code is already there in the back end. Okay. Now, if you can try for whomever it is working, right? Give the details. Okay. Submit and go back to the lead object and see if you have that record. Okay, double click on that.
It should open in the browser, right?
Oh, this is the form. Uh-oh. It was documents.
Maybe you have it in your leads. Open leads or
It's done.
whatever your
Thanks.
access, no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one thing. It's okay.
Yeah, can we just
Gosh,
check
it's
whether
still
you
copied,
have-
right?
Is it still it's
Text, edit. New document. Can I think this is the issue format? Make plain text. I think this should sort. I don't know. Let's see.
no.
Come on, it's given.
It's not
HTML.
The
Given.
thing is, after giving the delay,
Dot
HTML Google page.
You
will
can
appear.
save given.
Yeah, that is because we gave, no, like after it's
Yeah, Unicode. Yeah, save.
it didn't come.
Use dot HTML. Now go to that.
Yeah, it came. Is it there for you?
Yeah, it's there. I created this one.
Documents. Go see. Open it. Yeah. What? Yes. Okay, Tatiana, let's go.
Yeah, I saw it in another case, but if you can, just share with me how you because in the text edit I have only say
So I'm sure. So what you have to do is on the format first thing.
no.
Okay,
No,
this
no,
slide,
no.
I don't know if it will work,
You got?
but
No, no.
format
Let's
makes you plain text.
No, no, you enter the.
Okay,
Again, I saved the file as HTML.
No, that's. I got the file.
Okay.
There are four.
Okay, it will say, okay.
From
you
the
will-
next object whether
Yeah,
you have the
it's one
file.
new
Yeah,
one.
yes, it will get created. No problem. I didn't get created.
Text. You, have you already copied the code?
Yeah.
Now, let's, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Now paste.
Mm-hmm.
Command as save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give
Oh.
name dot HTML, you
Mhm,
give it,
mhm.
like,
Mm-hmm.
and then, yeah, it should open.
Right, it is calling a web to lead servlet. Yeah.
Okay, you did explore, good. Okay, now the form is opening up for everyone, right? You can give everybody, it's working?
Yeah.
Everyone, or like anybody has any issue? No?
We didn't save in the leads, this one. The thing is, we enter the detail, the page after.
Okay, 1 second. Can we? Sorry, okay, just try today at least because you could. Okay. Can you try once again?
Yeah.
Close it, like open the form again and do it. But you also, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me. Okay, so you click submit, right? So I've given name as like James Smith. Okay, submit. Let's go and see if I have the. Do you see the record? Right? This is what I created now. I did go to the details. Okay, this is the lead owner. You can change the lead owner, okay? Okay, why it is showing? Okay. You can just change. Okay, this is my username, so yeah. Okay, name, company, like, email address. I did give my email ID. This is the address of the company. And yes, I did fill the form here, and that will create a record in the leads object. So if somebody else, right, and see, this is how it works. This form will be in your website. Okay, you can add the form to your website, right? You know that part, right? So you can, so when somebody enters these details in your org, like in your company's org, a record like this gets created. This is what is called web to lead. Like, okay. And then if you go to details, actually you can give all the other details also. Like we have just given the bare minimum one just to learn. Okay. So this is how you create a web to lead form, and make an entry in the lead object. Understood?
Do we have the option like a user means so a person calls the calls and from that call Gen AI creates the lead. Do we have that option?
It could be. Like I am not sure. Not sure. Yeah.
I'm 19, there is like one or two that we outstanding in a particular field. On an average, in every case, if someone is good in one thing, he
Swati?
can.
Swati?
Wait a second. Where is that?
Okay, so did you guys understand how to create? Like, so
Without text, only instrument.
done? Like, okay, is this part clear now? Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, yeah, continue.
Firefox. So okay.
Oh, your browser issue. Oh, yeah. God.
What is it? Web only.
At least you know that you should try in a different browser. That's a good part of it, yeah. Okay, what about you, Pearl? Like, your browser issue too? No, she has issue because her OS is Linux based.
That's it. So,
Hey, hi Sindhu. Can you hear
Swati,
me? Yeah,
yeah.
actually, I don't know. My mic was not working. Tell me what happened.
No, you were talking like with somebody else, right? So I believe and we were able to hear it. So I was asking you like, are you talking to us or like somebody? You were talking, we could hear. I
Oh,
think
actually,
you're not on mute or what. I don't know what happened. So
oh, okay. Actually,
my husband's not believing me. And I'm saying the browser is not working at some point.
mm-hmm. No, this
Today I have your proof.
Huh?
Today I have your proof.
Sindhu.
Swati, yes.
Is there after two? Is there anyone who came?
Oh, now there are, yeah, five of them. Yeah. So
Okay, to see.
three of them, like they come together. So all three were delayed. So yeah, now there are like five of them. Yeah.
So they three will be late, or they already came?
No, they are here. They were late, but now they're already here. Yeah.
Okay, so how about the others? There were like 8 or 9 something, right? From last
Yes.
Friday.
So what I understand is two people, they dropped out for whatever commute reasons and everything. And one
Okay,
person is going to come only on Fridays for the project. Her name is Yamuna.
okay.
So, and then, yeah, that's eight. And then there were two boys, like one was Ethan and one was Aman. So
Hmm.
no idea about them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, Sindhu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Swati. Okay, meanwhile, why don't you all do your attendance thing? So, Pearl, okay, so did you try like again? I tried with Elton. Okay, one second. Can you just go back there? Can you scroll just and see what was the name you gave? Not here, or at least should have been.
Here.
No, just go to all open leads. And now just scroll. Okay, no, it's okay. Could you refresh this, like, and then, like, I mean, go to the form again and, like, and fill the email? Just open the form fresh. Just, yeah, open it again. You must be sorry. The thing is, he did this more secure. Yes.
Why was it? For viruses. For viruses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And after I'm using the solvers, I'm very comfortable with this. Okay.
The 15th is when is the morning. Then I want to know that thing so the moving times.
Yeah, this one it's not technically also not very good to and yes, but making some mistake or so
You can sign this in.
Yeah.
Oh, this was the pen that was given, yeah. Okay, Pearl, I'll attend your issue. I'll just give an assignment to them to do and then I'll come into it, okay?
Did we came? Did we miss anything?
No, we were waiting to start, so half an hour thing is gone. So, well, you should, I think you should sit for it maybe. Let's see how long it takes to complete whatever I thought, like plan to complete. If it gets over by 12:30, it's fine. If not, a little bit extended, okay? Let's see how it goes. Okay. So now, so did you see whenever you created the record, like go to your record and see what is the lead owner, like go to the record you created, click on the details tab and see what is the lead owner. Okay, so okay, it is taking by default like one user as a lead owner, right? Of course, you can change, and also the lead owner need not be like a user all the time. You can create a queue, and you can start like making those vector lead. Whoever you know, what is it? Fills the form, they'll be into a queue, okay, and then like later it can get assigned to you know people because it shouldn't be like everything should come to one user, right? It should get like distributed, like so you can first create a queue, make all the web to lead forms like come to that queue. Okay, it need not be like a owner, like a user all the time. Okay, that is like how do you do that, like okay, to assign a lead to either a user or a queue. That is called lead assignment rule. Okay, so here, if you try, do you see this? Lead assignment rules. You can set up the rules, okay, to whom it should go. Okay, see, do you see why you were getting org form epic? If you go to the lead assignment rule, there is a standard rule already created. Do you see? It is by Epic. So that's right. So you can change later, as I showed you, right? We can change, but again, you can create rules, assignment rules, and to assign the leads to like I mean either like a user or like to first it gets assigned to queue and then like to the team members. Okay, so that is how it is. So that is what is lead assignment rule. So what you have to do first, you have to create a web to lead form, right? Generate a form, HTML code, paste it into a file, with a .html extension. You open, like, you give the field. So before that, when you're generating, you can select what all fields to be displayed, right? So you can do that and then enter the values, like, entry, and then that will make an entry in the record, basically, right? In the lead record. And you can, by default, it was always to that user, right? But you can change. You can write rules saying to whom it should get assigned based on a condition also. Oh, if this is the condition, assign it to this queue. Oh, if this is the condition, assign it to a different queue. You can do all that in lead assignment rules. Okay. And see, okay, this thing already we discussed, right? Based on lead status, based on how once it is assigned to a sales representative of the company or an agent who starts working with that lead, right? The potential customer, right? They will make progress, right? Based on that, the lead owner, right? Who's like the sales representative who's working on that will make these changes. Initially, it was open, not contacted. See, somebody just created a lead record right through that form. So it is just created. So nobody contacted us in none of the employees from the company, right? The sales reps, they have not contacted them. So that's why it will be by default. What is the status? Open, not contacted. And then once they contact them, start working, then they can update the status to working, converted. And then closed, converted, if it was a success, right? I mean, if they were, the customer is showing enough interest, you know, to be a customer to buy the product, then it will be the case. And then say they try to contact, no reply from the customer, or just the customer says, oh, okay, so this product like does not satisfy my requirements, like for whatever reason. So the lead owner, right, they can um the sales rep can just make the status as closed, not converted. That means that lead did not get converted to a contact. Right? Understood? This is what is the lead status. Okay, the different stages. Okay, now, did you understand how it works? So first you have to go to web to lead form, select the fields, what you want, and then generate the HTML code, copy it to a file, and that's when you'll users, like you generate a form, right? And then whenever we fill the form, an entry will be made to the lead object, right? That part you guys understood? Okay. Now, the next thing is you have to do this. Okay. Now, what you have to do first, you have to create a queue for agriculture leads. Okay. So what is agriculture leads? When you go to this leads, lead record, right? Go to industry. Do you see what? See, that company could belong to any, like that person could be from any industry, right? So just like do you see all this? In this, we are talking about agriculture. If the industry is agriculture. So for that, what we'll do, we'll create a queue and we will put all the leads whose industry is agriculture into the same queue. Understanding? Okay, so for what you have to do first, you have to create a queue. I'll show how to create a queue. It's pretty simple. And you know how to create web to lead form, right? And now they're saying include only these fields. I showed, right? You can remove, add fields to the selected fields. So you need to add these 4 fields. Okay. So generate a form like how we did, enter the values, create an entry in the lead record. That should create a record in the lead object. Along with that, what you have to do, you have to create a new lead assignment rule. What does it say? Assign the leads from the agriculture to the above queue, the queue we created. Okay. Hmm? So I'll show you how to create the queue. You do this part. If you find this third one difficult, this part, I'll again help you with that. Okay. Can you take a screenshot of this?
I think that something to do with the form. So if I don't enter the last two, that is state and that one, it is being saved.
Have you copied the whole code?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Twice I did.
Okay, now try this because it is not having those two fields. We'll see how it works, but that shouldn't be an issue, but we'll see what is going on. Okay. So now again, could you guys go to the setup and type Q? Okay. Go to queues. Okay, I've already created, but yours will be empty. Can you do new? Selby, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Need a break?
No, no, I'm okay.
Okay, new. Give a meaningful name. So now we are creating a queue for all the leads that come from agriculture industry, right? So you can just say agriculture leads queue, okay? Just so that you know. No. Okay, I'll just do agriculture queue because I already have a queue with that name. And now, for what object are we creating the queue?
Email is mandatory. Q email.
No, for what object?
No, no.
Oh, that you just for now leave it. Don't go on that. Like just enter the mandatory, the label and the queue name. For now, that is good enough.
Sales.
Sales is an application. Application is nothing but collection of objects. Yes, it is. So here, could you go and select lead? Do you see lead here? And add. It will come this side. Selected object. Okay. And then everything else. Okay, you can just add a user belief. But I think even otherwise, that's fine. And then save. Okay. You did create a queue. Okay. So now that is there. We will use this when we are doing the assignment rule, lead assignment rule. We need the queue. We have already created the queue. Next step, what we have to do? We have to create the web to lead form.
What does the Q do? Like why?
It will be stored and later you can assign it to the sales representatives.
Okay.
So what we have to do, set up, go web to lead. And then what all fields we need to, okay, create web to lead form. What all do we need? First name, last name, email, phone, industry. First name, last name, email. Okay, we don't need company. City, we don't need, you can remove. Country, you can remove. State, you can remove. We need industry. And then what you do? Give the written URL. You can just, for now, you can do google.com. So once they fill the form, it should not stay there only, right? So you have to redirect, basically. That is what it is. And then this captcha thing is optional. You can uncheck if you don't want to do that. And then what you do? Generate. Tatiana?
Yes.
Okay. Good. How about others? Okay, generate. And then copy this whole thing again. And then Windows users go to Notepad. Mac users, you can do text edit. What is this? Agriculture lead. Sure. Web to lead. Dot HTML. Save. And then what you do, you're gonna double click on that. Industry you should select as agriculture is the form, right? Oh, don't create the record yet. We have to do the assignment rule, right? Yeah. Did you create the form?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Now let's do the assignment rule and then do it. It's okay if you've already created, that's fine. Next. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So we have to do this assignment rule, right? Because whenever somebody fills the form and if it belongs to agriculture industry, it should go to the queue, right? So
Assign the queue.
yes, so now go to the lead in setup. Again, can you do lead? And then you can type lead and you'll get all these options. Lead assignment rules, you can select. And then can you do new? And give a name. Again, you can give agriculture lead rule. And make sure you enable this active button checkbox. Okay, excuse me. Did you guys do that? Okay, save. Okay, you created the rule. Okay, go to that, but you're not specifying what the condition is, right? What the rule should be. So if you click on that rule and go, do you see this rule entries? Mhm. Can you click on new? So you can have multiple rules, okay? Multiple conditions, and you can say in what order it should get executed. First, it should check for this condition. If this condition is not true, like false, then check for the other condition. So you can have multiple rules. So you can, if you have multiple rules for that, you can mention in what order it should check for the rules. Okay, for now we have just one rule, right? So the sort order would be just one. So whenever you need more information, right, just hover over this I and go through the details given there. Okay, you'll understand. And what is the criteria? What is the condition if we have to assign a lead to the assign this rule? Sorry, queue. What is the condition?
Lead status should be open.
Industry should be
Agriculture and lead status.
industry, lead industry, lead industry, operator equals, and you can click on this search and then look for what? You have to select agriculture. Everyone got that? Select and then select the user or queue to assign the lead to. This is where you're going to do that. There is user by default. You know, there is another option queue. Click on the drop down queue. And here what? Okay, you can search again for all the queues that are there. What queue did you create now? Search, is that showing up? Select that. For now, we'll forget about email template. I mean, let's do that later. We have like how to add email template. So what email template says? So when this is assigned to a queue, right, you can just send a email notification to the members of this queue, right? Say, like, a new lead got added, like whatever, like if you want, you can send. But for now, we'll just select the queue. The queue, what you created, you select that and save. Understood with this part? One, yes. If you have multiple rules, you can do, give the order, but right now we have just one, just do it one, like enter one. Understood this part? Okay, now go and create the record, like, form, enter the details to the form and create a record and see in the lead owner what you get. See, I did create a lead in the name Jane Doe Farmer, like just a name I gave, and the industry is agriculture. Do you see the lead owner? What does it say? The queue name, right? It got assigned to a queue. The queue we created.
Studying with this.
Okay. It's okay. So okay, you know what? Close this. Okay, have you saved it yet?
Yeah,
Okay,
actually, I this time I made it like the format.
So format.
Format.
Okay,
Text. Sorry.
text new. Now format. Make plain text. See, it changed.
This is what I last time.
Now the copy.
Again.
Okay, and now Command S. Give the name.html. Agriculture web to lead. Okay, replace. Close this. Change to. And why all of these are coming? Okay,
I think the industry that because is showing like that.
Okay. This is done right. Creative. So. So can you generate again once again? Request delete form. Anybody has any questions?
That when if we don't select agriculture, like drop down, if we select something else, so It gets saved, but the owner is not agriculture.
Yeah, it will not come in the queue.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. And then- Okay, generate. Copy this. Next, edit. Now itself, can you do it first? Is it not? Okay, how do we make it rewrite? Was create now? 11:30. Google and see like how to, or 1 second. How do we make this change? Text, edit, settings, new document. No, font. Oh, this is just the font. Okay, can you do this plain text? See, just get saved. Okay, I believe it is going to stay like that. Now, text edit. Can you paste? See now that you see all that thing, it is not coming. Yeah. What HTML?
Ask why it's not showing lead source because we haven't selected, or
Yeah.
it should come by.
No, we have to, if you move that in the, when you generate the form, actually you can do it. You can. Can you again go back to settings? We'll give one last try and then you Google and see like what to do. See, it is going back. Go to rich text. Sorry, plain text.
Or just like.
Okay, go to open and save. Can you remove that that thing? Yeah. Display HTML file as HTML code. No.
Select drop down
Okay, now check again. Okay, now close. Can you try again? Close this. Delete those files. Anyways, they're not helping you. And then try again.
This form is for the end user. If you're not selecting each type or anything.
Oh, see, when you do all this, they see only
Automatically.
in the browser what the form is.
Yeah.
See, later you can actually improvise that form and make it look nicer. This looks like the basic one.
Basic, yeah, but this
Yes,
is
this is
their
admin part.
that form which opens in HTML,
That's the only thing
for
that they see.
No, but that is we are generating from here now. So and that web to lead source we haven't given, and we don't give because user will not put, and now he doesn't know anything. And so we in the end we have to edit the lead and give the source.
Yes, you can do that, or you can. I think later
Or it should go automatically because it is coming from the.
you can say later you can make those changes. Like you can learn, you can explore to make those changes. Once the form is created, you know it has come from the web. You can automatically set the status of the lead source to be web. Okay, but phone, email, I think when see phone, what happens? They're gonna call, the sales rep is gonna enter, like employee of the company. Then he will say, he or she will say the lead source is phone. Like when they're entering manually, they do it. Here, either you can make it like as a default one, like set it to be that, or later you can.
First, we have to check if this form is filled by admin or the end user.
Yes, yes, yes. That is one way to do it as well. Yes, you can change that later. But
No. That was in
okay.
assignment. We have to
You
do
created the
assignment.
queue, you created this okay. Let's to read culture. You can say right click on the file now. Open with the, where is your queue? Can you open your queue?
Lead assignment please.
Or lead as host.
Here, I think I have a state format
Because something
Yeah.
which is very okay. If it's
Yeah.
then it is over HTML.
I want the new, and I said I want the something. Yes, so we brought from my husband to me. So that's something.
Makes you members.
Like sublime and
No, see, is not active. Make sure everybody make sure that you, sorry, the lead assignment rule, you pick active, that thing checkbox, otherwise, yeah, it won't happen. Tatiana, it should work, make it active and try to create a new entry and see if it gets assigned, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, understood how it works, like, web to lead form and how you assign it to either a user or a queue, right? Going to lead assignment rule, right? See, you have another thing called lead auto response rules. So you can, whenever like, somebody create, okay, I'm an end user, like you have a company, like you have, for that you have a website in that there is a form, right? Whoever wants to know more about the product, like, right, they fill the form, right? They'll fill. But isn't it better if you acknowledge when they fill the form, oh, we received your, the form, like, we will work on it like as soon as possible, right? Something like that. So that is what you can do with an auto response rule. You can just set some form of like, a response back to the lead, okay? And then lead process. Lead process, you remember we did here lead status, you have 4 things, right? What happened? You got to know the issue? Okay, what was it?
Just drag and drop to the Chrome. Drag and drop that file to the Chrome.
And it works, but double click wouldn't work, is it? Okay, it's a learning. It's okay. Yeah. Okay, so right, we have 4 like stages, like status here: open not contacted, working contacted, closed converted, closed not converted, right? That is what is the lead process. Okay. Now, coming to this, do you see the same, that stage, like 4 stages of status? Do you see it is here as well? This is called basically lead process, right? The lead owner, like the sales rep, can keep changing. So now it is open contact, right? Either you can make change here or here. So now they spoke to the lead, right? They can just make it as working
and they're working on it. They contacted the lead and they're working on it. And once they talk or after few follow-ups, if they get to know the customer is like not qualified, not like not interested, like to buy. So they can just say closed, not converted, or they can say converted. That means it was a successful thing, right? The lead, the potential customer now is getting converted to a customer. So now when you say converted and then select converted status, what should happen? One, what do you mean by, or what do you think will happen when the lead gets converted? Good. These three records should get created, right? So a sales rep is working, right? Like on a lead. So now, after talking to them, whatever, like, the customer is showing, like, interest in buying the product, like they've come very far in the process, right? So now the lead gets to know he or she is a high value prospect that they are gonna, like, we are gonna get a sales deal from them. So now what they make it converted. This is all happens in the back end, right? So like as a sales rep, like an employee you're doing, and you do select converted status. See what happens. Convert lead. When you convert a lead, what should happen? Three records should get created in three different objects: account, contact, opportunity. Understood? This is what we spoke about in the beginning, right? Yes. Now, can you do that to one of the records and give this? So another thing, see in account, see, whenever you take any object, right, there are multiple fields, right? There could be, right, in general. So all the time, it is not necessary for everybody to give all the field details, right? Whatever is required, mandatory, right? Whatever is mandatory that you need that, then what you do, you make that field required. Whenever a table, like, it can have one or more fields as required. Okay. Say if you take a student table, student name, student date of birth, right? They're all like or any form of contact, say phone number or email, you can make them required, right? Because you need those information to contact them. So in that case, it will be with an asterisk like this, right? That means those fields are mandatory. Account has multiple fields, but what is the mandatory field there? Account name, the company name you should give. The other field, it's better you give later, you can give. Like once the record gets created, here they're saying you have to give company name mandatory. For contact, okay, you can create a new contact, and if you go to contact, you'll get to know contact's last name is mandatory. Okay, and then you can create an opportunity. Okay, and do you see, actually, whenever you convert a lead, right? Opportunity is not a mandatory thing to create at that time. You can do it later also. So there is an option here. Don't create an opportunity upon conversion if you don't want that. Okay, then you can just click this, check this box that then see if I do this, you don't have to create an opportunity. It will not create. Okay, but otherwise, yeah, in general, all these three records gets generated. Contact and account is a mandatory. Okay, so why don't you guys do that to one of the records and fill these details? See, last name is mandatory. Do you see here an asterisk for the last name? Right? For contact, last name you should mandatorily give. See, because it is from a lead record, do you see it is taking these details by default? Why it is not taking account? Because we have not given account company name. That's why. Okay, so enter that. Try to create these records. Okay, let's go again. So go to open any lead record, maybe the one you created. This I told you, right? This is called lead process, how it moves, like, further, right? So initially it was open contacted, then working contacted. If it is Like, if the person is not interested in buying the product, they can just do this closed, not converted. Or if they want to buy products, then what you do? You select converted. That means the person who is working, the lead owner, like a sales rep who is working with the lead, is doing all this, right? But you, as a system admin here, you can do as well. So converted, and then you should do select converted status. And then this opens up.
Actually, I missed something while creating this thing, I think.
Yeah.
So what I have to do, like assign this one, create new lead assignment.
Yeah,
So, like,
lead assignment. Can you go to setup? Can you search for lead? Lead assignment rule. Click on new. Give the rule name. You just say, you can say agriculture lead rule. Always give meaningful, appropriate names, okay? That will be helpful.
should we take active?
Yes, active is like that's a must, yeah.
Okay.
Now, go back, click on that new agriculture rule you created. You see the rule entries, click new. Keep the sort order as one. I mean, if you have multiple rules, you can say which rule should get executed when, that is the order, but right now it's just one.
Okay.
Go to the field, first one, select lead industry equals, no, click on the search. It should show the queue you have created. No, sorry, industry name. Yes, agriculture. Yes. Now, come down. Instead of use and point of this assignment is to assign it to a queue. Yeah, queue.
Okay.
And then again search. Look for the queue you created. Yes, select. Yes, save. So done. You created the queue, you generated the form, and you have created the rule, right? Now go to the form, fill up the details. It should create a lead record, right? And then see what will be the lead owner value. No, form, the web to lead form.
No changing now. Actually, I have created the form.
But you created the rule now, right?
Now,
That's why it will
okay.
work.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Yeah. Because the record is previously created. Do a fresh one.
Okay.
Now we converted this lead, so it's not showing here
Yes.
in the view.
In the view.
But if we have done that by mistake, we converted.
It will be there. There is a way to retrieve, I believe. It is there for sure.
But never try to do. Let's see.
It should be there in the queue.
No, see, all open. Okay, we have to find out how to retrieve it. Google. Can you search on Google and see?
It is assigning the queue as the lead owner, right? Yeah, that was assigned. Now for the same one, you can make the status converted.
This one, right?
No, the lead process you see there? Yes, and then click on select converted status. Scroll up. No, scroll up. Up. There is a button next to that, no? Yeah, click on that. Yeah. So can you create account? It is still loading. Account, contact, and opportunity record. And go to each object and see the records you created, okay?
They say we have to edit the permissions of the
Okay.
user
Okay.
for view and edit of the converted leads.
So what can you read it out? Click on the list view. And then click on that and see that
Let's view and
Maybe
edit
today
conversion
or
provides permission to let marketing and sales operation user view converted leads. Users can only edit converted leads. Give permissions.
permissions for that. Okay. See, after this is like a very, very, very vast thing, right? There are a lot of things in class. Like it's hard to cover everything, but important ones for sure. If you have, see, that was a good question. Good done. Go home, like explore and see, like try to change the permission. See, this developer org is for you to like play around, like learn, practice. So it's okay. You just go home, like and check, like and see. And if you learn anything, you can share it in the class that you even others can learn from it. Done. And did you create? Did that create one record in account, contact, and opportunity?
Yes, and
Okay.
convert it.
Okay. Go through all the fields that are in account, contact, and opportunity. Go to opportunity and see what exactly is there. See, it will have the sales deal information, right? All opportunities. Say, see, all opportunity has a reference to account name. Do you see? Right? Yeah. Do you see? It has, okay. Details. See, it has who's the owner, like opportunity name, account name here. And then like, okay, lead source, how we got that lead and everything, order. And then see what is the amount, as I told you, right? In the example, say suppose like I want to buy like 50 laptop from a company. And if each laptop is worth $1,000 in the opportunity, the deal will have the amount as $50,000. And then they will also have a date to close it, like so expect it to be like closed by like so and so date, but this will be entered only when it gets closed. What I'm saying, yeah. And what is the stage? See, even see opportunity again doesn't mean they've already bought, right? There is a very high possibility of they buying the product, so they'll go into further details, right? So prospecting, like just inquiring, and then qualification, like need analysis, value proposition, like they'll ask like how much it's going to be, and then like decision makers, like, and then oh, here it comes the price quote, like okay. Or there could be some, they'll give a price code. Oh, these many products you need. Okay, this will be the price. So it could be like prices could be different, right? See, if I'm buying one laptop versus they're buying 50,000 laptop, I'm talking about laptop per price per laptop would be different because they're buying in bulk. So like what it would be like, they're going to give a price quote, and then comes negotiation and review. The customer can come back and say, oh, this is more than our budget and everything. That if that is going on, you can select that. And in the end, it is either closed or not closed lost. Even after doing all that, sometimes that right, that could be another thing. Budget. So if they say, oh, this is too much for our, like out of our budget, we cannot afford, then the opportunity is closed lost. That means you did not make a successful deal there, right? If not, yes, you did uh, crack the deal and they did buy the product, right?
Uh, yes. Uh, uh, Now, in the details, we have that opportunity owner is who are created, but in the real life, for example, we have to give this opportunity to, for example, sales specialist, right? So, how they will get the option to work with this object?
Sorry, can you come again?
For right now, we have no owner who are created this opportunity admin, right?
Yes.
But for the person who are a salesperson, for example, he needs to work with this object. So
Okay.
how we will give the option for
See,
them?
this here, because we are the only users, it is showing you. I mean, the admin as the user. But if a sales rep logs in, right, and if they have the permission to edit this object, create, they will have their name. So yeah, sales rep will have their name there. Like because here we have just one user for everything, it shows our name. But in real life project, like it won't be like that. This same sales cloud will be used by multiple sales reps in the company. So when they log in, when they create the lead and that lead gets converted to accounts, contact, opportunity, that sales rep name will be there.
In which like an owner, like an owner.
Yes, owner, opportunity owner. Yeah.
So, for example, maybe admin will I mean, from the real life, like a user, for example, the status is moving forward, right? But sometimes seller have no rights to move it through, change the status.
The seller cannot do all this. For the seller, they don't see all this. This is only for the sales rep, like people who are working, who are doing the business, like they will be able to see, not others. No, 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 no. This is the interface for Salesforce admin, like I mean, sorry, system admin or like sales rep who is working for them. This is the interface.
Sure. But in the same moment, admin and sales will have the same rights, like create.
Yes, admin will also have, even though the owner is the sales rep, right? Admin is the one with the strongest profile. That person has access to all the objects, yes, and all the records, yes. Okay, what were it? Okay, so these are the opportunity stages, right? Okay, this is called stage. And then do you see the probability here? See, when the need analysis, okay, what's the first one? Okay, prospecting. That means that's still like a prospect customer, right? So what is the probability, right? So just a 10% of like, that winning the opportunity, like, right? And then say, suppose they'll do all this, they'll come to like price quote. If that they've come that far, that means you have 75% chance of cracking the deal. That is what this probability says. Say, see, you choose close lost. See, the probability changes to 0. Say you do it closed 1. That means you did crack the deal. Then the probability is 100%. That is what. Okay, this is what is the opportunity, like stages in the opportunity. Okay. So were you able to create all 3 records? Like when you did convert the lead?
But here the opportunity name is not mandatory, so it's showing not provided.
Yeah, that's okay. You can go back to the record, go enter there. That's what, yes. But yes, it will only ask for the mandatory records there. Yeah, sorry, fields there. Okay, so this part, can you take the screenshot of this? This is your home assignment, home assignment. Oh, wait, 1 second. 1 second, wait. Okay, can you go explore and try to do this part? Like go to the D in the opportunity, you should try to do all this. Okay. So regarding accounts and contacts, account management represent prospective, existing, and former customers. So they'll have the details about the former customers too, who are no longer the customers, but they still have the data. Can have only one owner. Can be created by lead conversion. That's what we did, right? That's how we created the account by converting the lead. And the other way is data loader. Like from outside also, like you can have like a spreadsheet with, records, and then like you can just insert it. So that is one way. And or you can do it manually. How do you do manually? How do you do manually? Go to accounts, new, and like, this opens up. You create a record. This is how you create a record manually, right? This is one way to create record, accounts record, or through the lead conversion, or like, we will learn about how to import data from outside to Salesforce this week itself, either Thursday or Friday after your demo. Okay, like we'll see. So we will learn how to bring data from outside, like you import and also export. Okay. Um, do export, import is there for sure. Okay, we will do that. And then contact management associated to one account, but multiple opportunity. Okay, multiple deals, basically. And then opportunity management associated to only one account, associated with multiple contacts, tracks all the information regarding the sale, might require approvals. You can track the history, like, what has happened, and then, yeah, notes and attachments. We will see all that later. Okay, we'll take a short break, come back, and we'll do the rest of it. Okay. Okay. Is the concept clear? Hmm? If you have more doubts, like, confusion, go back, like, go home, like, read about these. Okay. You might get, if anywhere you have any confusion, any like doubts, I think it will get cleared. Okay. Or if you come, get doubts, questions, of course, you can come back to me tomorrow and check. I'll also try and find the answers. Okay. Let's take a quick break.
The assignment you gave, the assignment for today you gave me, it's for the agriculture thing or
Put any opportunity record you can do, but you can do for the one you converted and created the opportunity, right? Do for that, yes.
everything with new account contact opportunities.
Oh, no. That's what I'm saying. No, you did this, no? You did create a new contact, new account opportunity. I'm talking about this part. Go to the details in the opportunity, like enter the value for type, lead source, and enter an amount. Try to create a new task. Try to create a new event. Okay.
How are you? Next question. You were saying like, no, okay, you go home and read, then come ask questions. For me, it's opposite. At home, I don't get any doubts and nothing because it's very difficult to
You're
read at home,
distracted with
distracted.
other stuff.
And
I
here
get
only
it.
I get the question.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just saying, if you have any new questions later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. See, it's not easy, but yeah.
So most of the time, I try to come here. I don't want to do it from home.
But you know, oh, going forward, I mean, see, you can, I don't know if you're feeling like last week it was like very little relaxed, it was slow, but right now it is
Yeah,
picking up.
that's what
Going
I'm
forward,
thinking.
it's
How
gonna
will
be.
it happen? Because at home, my husband is they don't expect me to study at home and do all stuff.
But again, like, why not, right? So you're taken up this, your involvement, like, I mean, you're, you have to do something for yourself,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So what I used to do, or like even now, what I do is like, as you said, like daytime, nothing happens.
Mm.
So I sit under my
At night,
plates.
yes. I sit at night till 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
same.
Yes, that's what I do.
That's how it used to be when
Then-
we used to do the boot camp as well.
Yes.
I remember.
But what happens after 2, 3 days? For me, it's like I need a rest. It's a headache.
So then just take a break, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely take a break. Our body cannot go function
Yes.
like that.
And I do that meditation also. And
Oh,
yesterday I
that's
didn't get
great.
time. I forgot to do that. I missed that.
That's
That
actually
was
that's
first time I missed.
oh, because of all, I mean,
All
so many
these
things
things, yeah.
happen. I'll tell you, going forward, it's gonna get like, you'll become even more busy with all the stuff,
With-
like especially
When the
when your
job, when
project.
we start the job also, that
Oh,
that time
yes, that's what so you can just think as like a preparation for
preparation,
that.
yes.
Even in the course, right? Like, so, I forgot when is the deadline for your app, sorry, system admin. Is it shared, the deadline? No,
No.
right? I think it is sometime. Um, so see, April 27th is your admin certificate deadline. So that means before that, you should be done with your certification.
Yeah.
The last date is April 27th. Okay. So Yeah. So from now, this week you have presentation, right? April 4th. See, and then you have one more presentation Friday, and then you have one in-person practice exam for
For
you.
admin.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I have already done the admin exam.
Oh, you
So
oh you are
for-
for that.
for-
Okay.
And if I don't want to do the app builder thing, like certification, then directly to the developer.
It's not for this boot camp certification. Completion certification. Sorry.
Yeah.
So for that, you should have done all three.
Just the completion, if just for the certificate only, yeah. But
No, see, that's what, right? I think it's like your first you're learning settings like admin thing,
Yes.
and then you're learning automation. See, in App Builder, you're gonna learn a lot of automation.
yeah.
Like, any problem to solve, you can write a SOQL query, like
Yes.
Salesforce object query language, or you can write Apex code. Like that's also there. But you can also do it through flows, like you can
You
drag and drop
yes,
and
we
like
can do, but it's there in sales for admin exam also, and in little bit in developer also. But it's for
But this
more
is the main- yeah.
specialization who wants to be admin. I don't want to be admin.
App Builder, I don't think so. Like, I mean, you solve problems there. It's not just, admin stuff wherein like you can use. So I don't think so. But yeah, but here, like, uh, you need to do that.
So when is the deadline for app builder?
App Builder, it is May 11.
Yeah. Can prepare from now. Also.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah. And then, oh, my point was like, project starts and everything. Every Friday you'll have project presentations. Yeah. So you're gonna get busy. So it's better you plan your like have a plan. Oh, yeah, what I'm trying to say is you'll have to invest more time even when you're like at home. Like yeah, yeah. Now it's like trailheads you do. Assignments are also not much, but again, assignments will start like oh,
For
especially with
super
coding,
batches
like-
also, there are so much
Yes,
prerequisites.
exactly. So you have to those prerequisites, you have to unlock those modules, you have to
Yes.
spend exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it will consume time. Yeah. Yeah. Again, you're learning. See if you're able, if you can do like a project like end to end, like so that's good. So for I think for all that, again in project, right? You're expected to use all these like these automation tools like flows and everything.
Yes.
Yes. So you will have to, yeah, invest time. You will have to plan your day, like when you do it. Whenever you're tired, like when your body is saying, I can't do it, definitely take rest, like take a break, take rest. And again, like just start. Yeah. Okay, everybody back. So is that like, okay, so we will not go into the details of all other things. Okay, then see, we just did discuss about campaign, and you see there is a campaign member object. What this object is? Any idea? Hmm? Is it a junction object? Do you see many to many relationship? Do you see this thing? This is one to many, and this is one to many. So this has like it has basically many. to win. It's like a junction object, okay? Okay, lead, we did discuss. Account, you understood what is it. Upon lead conversion, you get account, contact, opportunity. And then, opportunity again can have like, if all the information may not be in like one single record. It could be like opportunity product, what all products, right? Like the list of, I told you, right? I want to buy like from a company 100 laptops, 100 chargers, 100 mouse, 100 laptop, sorry, keyboard, like, all those things. So like all the details, like that thing. And then what's the quote? Like, what is the quote as in like the price, right? Like the total, like for all the products, how much is going to be? What are the products that will be stored somewhere else, right? Like when I have a company, like when I'm selling multiple products, shouldn't there be a table to store the details about all the like products? Like laptop, mouse, charger, like keyboard, right? And everything. So, like a monitor and everything, right? So, this will have all the, like, a record, one record for like every product, right? So, that is what is. And price book entries is basically, um, so what is the price per product, right? This is what will have the details. This quote will be dependent on what the deal is like, what all products the deal involves. So what will be the price for those products? But you should have a price per product, right? That will be stored here in price book entries.
Current price, because price keeps on changing.
Yeah, that is also there. See, this could be like a, yeah, that actually again in Salesforce, I think that happens automatically. So this is like, again, for a bulk buyer, you will have different price. For individual buyer, like retail, basically one or two you counts you buy, you'll have different price, or there could be some discount going on. If that's the case, what will be the price? So all that will be stored in price book entries table. So these are all and the order and the contract, right? Um, so these are the objects, standard objects that are in Sales Cloud. Okay. Hmm? Again, we don't use all these objects like that much. Again, in your project, if you want to use, if your project involves like, like selling like products and everything, you don't have to create a custom object for that. What you can do, you can use the existing standard object and and all. So we don't use price book entries, price book like that much here. We mainly concentrate on account, contact, opportunity, lead, and everything. Okay. So the say how would be if you take an example scenario, how it would be, you'll run campaigns to basically attract customers like leads, and then like you capture those leads, and then you qualify those leads. I mean, once they like show enough interest, you talk to them, understand what their requirement is, and then once you feel, oh, he's a potential customer, like a high value prospect, right? So what you do, then you convert them into a, like a contact, and then also you create account and opportunity records. Account holds the company information, like basically it holds business entity details, right? And contact holds the person, individual details, like somebody from this company would have contacted you, right? There is a company called ABC Corp. That is the company account. But say John Doe is like a sales rep there. So he is the one who contacted you. So that information will be in contact. And what are they looking for? What is the deal, right? So that sales deal for that particular lead, that will be stored in opportunity. And once, like, they, when said the opportunity stage becomes closed one, that means the customer is buying the product. That's when like the sales part ends, right? And then what you do, if the customer needs, see, that is not the end of the story, right? This is only the sales part. Once they buy the product, they need any like more service, right? If they have some issues you need to address, and that comes into service. What we do, we create cases, and that comes under Service Cloud. Okay. The story doesn't end there, but only this much is in sales part, Sales Cloud. After buying the product, if they come across any issues or they need support and everything, that will go to Service Cloud. And you create cases in case object, right? To address those issues. Okay. We will see
Here
that
we have
later.
lead queue, there we have case queues.
Yes, yes. Is that part clear? Sales cloud part, everyone?
So we will be covering all this in bootcamp, the order.
That's what
price,
I'm saying. No, no, no,
contract.
no, no, no. That's what I'm saying. We don't go in detail like about all these at all. Like, yeah, you you should for sure explore. Or like if you need any of these in your project, you can use. That's a way to learn as well. As I told you, like this is vast, right? If we go on covering this, like you can just get lost somewhere. But we need to like learn, like the widely used ones and uh, those topics. So those will be covered. Hmm? Okay. Okay, done. Okay, now we will start with record types. Any idea what is record type?
Data type we are giving when we are creating an field. The record type.
No, no. So record type allows you to customize the records for the same object, just based on the user. Okay, say, how can we do that? By showing a different page layout. See, whenever you open a record, right? Just like that. You know what is this called? It is called page layout. So page layout defines how the fields are arranged. Do you see? See, I can move, we will learn later. You can actually move these fields around, rearrange. You can rearrange the way this looks. Oh, you feel like, oh, rating shouldn't be here. Okay, you can move it like, to a different place. You can do all that. Okay, so page layout defines like, how all the fields are arranged, or you can make few fields visible, you can hide few fields, all those you can do in page layout. So this is what is page layout. Okay, record type is, so basically you're going to assign record types to the page layouts. We will see that. But okay, we are talking about record type. Record type allows you to customize, customize your page layout, so based on the user. Okay. Um, so associate different business processes on the same object, by the way, for the same object. Okay. Different users based on that profile, different page layouts based on user profiles. Oh, okay. So that is an example. So we will, let me try to explain it with a simple example. We all know this commonly used object now. It's a student object, right? Say suppose student object, what all fields it can have? It has name. Hmm?
ID, roll number,
Okay. ID.
gender,
Can we say date of birth?
Date of enrollment.
Yeah, okay. Phone number, email, and okay, other things, okay? So when you say a student, like take a university, right? Any university, will it have different programs like a undergraduate program and a postgraduate program, right? Right? It will have like two different programs. And the student information will be stored in a common table student, okay? It could be a UG student or a PG student. They will not have different objects, different tables to store the details, okay? If the student is a PG student, okay, just an example, he would have already finished undergrad. And will they ask for what is your score in undergrad? Right? Hmm? So, okay, say there is, it offers two programs, undergraduate program and postgraduate. So we will take that as program type, just to say whether the student belongs to a undergraduate program or a postgraduate. And then undergraduate core, because PG students need that, right? We need to know, like, how much they score. Based on that, maybe they could have entrance to the university. Now, say suppose you're storing in the same object, you're storing details about undergraduate one, like name, I'm giving UG1 student. You can take ID, date of the department, phone, email, and even program will be. But what will be his undergrad score? He's still going through the course, right? Is it applicable there? If the student belongs to undergrad, you guys are getting the point. Is it required? Does it make sense there? Is it applicable? No. Say suppose you're entering details like the table, it's a common student table which holds information of all the students, right? So PG1, you'll have this, and what is the program he's in? PG. We'll have a score. Say his GPA is 4.5 out of 5. Here it is applicable. For the undergrad student, is it applicable? No.
Can't we do that with the field level permission? What about big list?
If you do pick list, yeah. If you select, okay, you want to make this a pick list program type, okay? Huh.
If UGs appear, yeah, PGs appear.
If you select PG, then what? What will you do with this field?
Load and enter the value
Mm-hmm. Okay. You were saying something?
with the field level permissions can't be used.
So okay. So you're saying all the UG students should belong to UG profile, and PG students belong to PG profile. Correct. And only if that user, the student, belongs to PG profile, they will have visibility to this one. Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, we have to create profiles and everything. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, that is also like possible. You can do profile, and then you can make this field, hide the field. You can set field level security and everything. Okay. The other way of to do is to do.
It's like a page layout is like field is there, but it is hidden from the user.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So the like one way to achieve that is record type, wherein this will allow you to customize. Okay. On the same object, just like you'll show, like you can decide like what fields you can make it visible and what not, like what you can show in the page layout and what you see. If the student is a PG student, right? So in that page, like if that is the thing, then only then UG score should be shown. Like if the student is an undergrad student, then the UG score is should not, that field should not be shown for them to enter, right? On the same object, like you're customizing the values that you enter.
But in the backend, it will their null value will go in this field.
But yes, you can decide that, but they won't be able to see the field itself because it is not applicable for them, right? So you can customize how different users, right? Now the different users are UG and PG. How different users interact with the same records of the same object, right? The student record, student object, right? The records are going to the same table, but you can customize it based on different users. Now the users are like UG student and PG student. Okay. So we will see how we can achieve that. But page layout just defines how the fields are arranged, which field to show, which not to show. Okay. And always, like you're gonna, in different page layout, you're gonna assign you can do the page layout assignment. Or if this is the record type, show this page layout. Page layout is nothing but your interface, the UI part. Okay. We will do example and see. Okay. Do you guys have students object, like just a student one created, like a sample? Did we create?
AGU student. AGU student didn't create.
You did not create any sample like a student. Can you check? Can you check? Yeah. So we will work on that, like to see like what is record. Like we will see, we will make a different record type for a UG student and a PG student and a page layout, different page layout for them. Okay. Did you understand like what is record type? It will allow you to like, customize based on different users. Okay. For the same object, right? You can, that is what, like you can customize basically. And page layout is just the UI part, which will show whatever the customization you're doing.
Page layout is based on the profile and record type, it's not based on the profile.
Now record type, you can do that. You can do that as well. But if you want to have different page layouts, right, you should have different record types created. Different record types created for that. So go to, okay, so if I search here, oh, I think I'm gonna, can you go to students and see?
There's AGU students.
No, for this students one. Oh, there is no record. Okay. Now, because I did that, I'm getting that. So when you click on new, basically it opens the record type, right? Like wherein you can in the page layout, wherein you enter the values, right? So what all fields do you have? Let's see, student. Have date of birth and student name. So can you add one more? Can you go to fields and relationships, new? Can you add program type? Program type, and it's a pick list. And you can give two options, UG and PG. See, again in record type, right? You can restrict the pick list values also. For one user, you can make for the same record, okay, same object. The record gets inserted to the same object, but you can make pick list different for different users. That also we achieve using record type. And page layouts are always assigned to the record types.
Are you going to end the class today at 12:30 or you're going to extend?
No, mostly we will finish.
I need to tell my husband.
Yeah, we will finish by 12:30, okay?
Yeah. Pick list one with PG.
Yeah, so see here, I have done undergraduate, postgraduate, you can give UG, PG or the same, the pick list values. Create a pick list with the name, program type, and the values for the pick list are these two. Done. And then can you create another like a date field with number data type and call it UG score? Sorry?
The name of the field.
UG score? Undergrad score is what it means. Okay, wait. Now, can you see it better? Undergrad score and make it a number. Okay, the field type. You have to create, did you create program type field?
Yeah.
Now create another field called UG score, undergrad score, and the data type of that field is number. Done. If you're done, go to the app launcher, go to the students object and try to create a new field. Click on new and see what opens up.
If I'm selecting UG, then UG score should not appear.
That's what, right now it's coming, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that's applicable? That does that make sense? No, right? Because student table object is holding information of both UG and PG students, that shows up only that makes sense if the student is a PG student, right? So that is where record type comes into picture. So again, I repeat, record type allows you to customize like how different users interact with the records of the same object, right? If he is a PG student, only then UG score should be shown. If he is a UG student, that should not be shown. That is the customization we are doing, right? That is record type. We will see how to do that. And then page layout is just the UI of it, like how the records are shown, what records, sorry, how the fields are shown, and what fields are shown. That means here, for the UG student, what field should not be shown? UG score. That we are going to achieve using record type and page layouts. Okay. So is it clear with everybody? Maybe once we do, I think you'll get a better understanding. Okay, now, do you see this page layout here below fields and relationships, right? And do you see here record type, right? If you scroll down, yours will be empty, don't worry, right? Okay, now, can you go to click on the record types? Okay, can you click on new? Okay, you need to give labels to the record types. Okay, so we'll do first for the undergrad. You can say undergrad student. Okay, just this will be master for you. Just keep that as is and then make it active. And then now, do you see it is asking for what all profiles you should make it visible? Okay. So right now you have just logged in as system admin, right? You are the only one seeing. You can just select this, or you can just make available to all the profiles as of now. But you can always select for what all profiles you need to make it visible. And then next. And then select. So by default, you have student layout, right? See, we do see the records, right? Like the detail page record detail. So there is always a standard or a default layout. We need customization. That's why we are creating a new one. So you can just say the student layout for the apply one layout to all the profiles. And then you click on save. So do you see this undergrad student created or for whatever name you have given? Now, can you go ahead and do the another record type new for PG student? We will see how to do it, like, how to make those fields visible, not visible in the page layout. First, we'll create record type. So go ahead and create another record type, same process with post-grad student. Okay. Don't forget to make it active. Did you create the other record type? Done, everybody? Right? So this is like, but a record type is always like assigned to a page layout, okay? Because that's the UI which shows, okay? Right? So now can you go to page layouts, which is under fields and relationships? Again, click on new. Again, you can just say use the existing student layout. Or you can actually say none also, but yeah. And then we will create one for undergrad. So we'll say undergrad layout, okay? Give the name. You guys are doing along with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you in this step? Did you do hit save? It should open up this one. Is it opening up? See, this page actually determines what you. Okay, for now. Here, do you see this? What all fields you see? That is determined by this page layout. Okay. So here, if you do you see this here? When you open to create a new record, right? Before all this, like just directly, did you see student name, date of birth, program type, and UG score column there? Right? This is what is already there, the standard layout. We are gonna customize this, okay? So for undergrad student, we are doing the page layout, right? So should the undergrad student see this UG score? That's the whole point, right? This is there, but we don't want the UG students to see that. Do you see this here? If you hover over it, like, it comes, you do that. That means for that page, you're removing the UG score for the UG student. Okay. The first time when you see this, you can actually click on this. Okay, do you know what all these are? This is called Salesforce Mobile and Lightning Experience Actions. Do you see new event, new contact, file, post? You see this, right? Do you see all this new contact, new case, new note? This is what you can make changes to that also. If you say, uh, just doing, okay. I'll remove the printable view from this. I can remove it. You can do customization here. But let's learn all that. But right now, what we are trying to do for the UG student, we need to remove the UG score field. Okay. Then, do you see the save? Click on that save. Well, I think it might go about like 5 minutes or so, 5 to 8 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Because we have to create one more layout and we have to do the assignment. Okay. Page layout. Did you guys create layout? Can you create one more for PG student? For PG student, do we need to do anything? They need to see all the fields. So, okay, just click new. take the student layout, the default, the standard one which was there, and give the name as post-grad layout. Done. Then click save. This opens up, but again, we need this UG score, right? So just leave it as is, save. Okay. Oh, I have multiple layouts because I did do create already the PG and the UG thing. Okay, now we created record type. We created the page layout, but you should always assign the record types to the page layouts. Okay. Okay. So can you click on this page layout assignment? If I'm right, okay, you should see only this master, PG and UG, 3 columns, right? Yeah. Because I created with you guys another one. It's there. Now, what do you see? See, the master is the standard default one, which is the student layout. We customize that, right? So for PG student, what do you see? What record type do you see?
Student layout.
You're not seeing a different one? So you have to go to edit assignment. Okay. And then select the PG student or whatever name you have given. Okay. And then click on this. And what layout you should assign? PG student layout. Can you click on that and select that? PG student layout. Likewise, click on undergrad UG student, this thing. You see the whole column gets selected. That means it is applying for all the profiles. Then you have to select the UG student. Understood? Done. And this is where you're assigning, okay? And then save. Okay, one more thing, can you double check? So you go to record types, click on one like PG student. Can you see here? Pick list available for editing, the program type. Isn't it so? Based on program type, we should show the pages, right? If the student selects as UG student, it should display the page layout without the UG score, right? Isn't it the thing because they don't have the UG score yet? Okay, so just go to edit program type, and do you see the two pick list values there? Do you see that? You should go to record type, scroll down you will see pick list at the bottom. Select a record type, scroll down. Do you see this edit? Do you see two options there? Yes, okay, done. Now, we did create two record types, two page layouts, and we did assign the UG student record to UG page layout and the PG to PG and UG record type to UG page layout. Okay. Now, can you go back to your app launcher and go to students there? And then try to click on new. Okay, so for me, I'll get another option, but yeah, what do you guys see when you click on new? And PG. Okay, say select UG and next. See, do you see the score? The field is not visible at all, right? Because they are a UG student. Say that you select PG student, okay? And next, do you see the score? Yeah. How about you? Okay, you're still trying. How about Nitika?
Or if I select. No. No score for UG.
UG no score because they don't have score. Oh, that's what you're saying. It's working, but PG? So you should go back to the close that.
Here.
Need to create a new one? Yeah, you can try to create new records, right? Okay, you got that? So this is how you can do create record types. So basically, you can customize how users interact with the records of the same object, right? Based on the profile. Basically, here the UG students and PG students, right?
I get error for pages.
You got an error?
Yeah.
Looks like there is a problem. Please try again, okay? Close. Okay, refresh the page. A new. Or what, which one did you get error? PC. Click. Okay. Go back to your page in Object Manager. Go to page layouts. Click on page layout. Click on page assignment. Page layout assignment. Yes. Okay. This is it for today. We will continue like with the next topics tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. If you have no doubts if it is working, you can leave. Yeah. So you have assigned okay. That's fine. See, for PG student, you have assigned PG layout. For UG students, UG layout. Okay, both the records type are active, but you're giving an active PG student. Okay, let's check the layout. It's a
This afternoon. This winter, when we talking to council. So it's acting.
Yeah, you plan for.
yes.
Yeah, I'm creating.
Yeah, if that's the case,
Yeah, I have created the.
I had to step
Yeah.
out. Right. After putting on my super. Is that? Because your account is not on Teams. So you say, we'll send the recording. The link. I made this. You can put my also. Not coming. I'm just thinking. Why is it not showing? It feels. It is really.
Hey, hi Sindhu.
Hi, Swati.
So, is this done for today, or you are
Yes.
just still
No.
working?
No, we are done. I'm just attending one student's like issue. That's all. But we are done.
Okay, then I'm leaving. Do you have any question or something for me?
No, Swati, nothing as of now. Yeah, we are done for today. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm
Okay.
leaving.
Yeah, I'll end
Okay.
the meeting. Yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
Swati.
Okay, Sindhu, bye.
Yeah. Bye.